Welcome to Board Game Empire. Today we're going to do an overview and review of Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising by Lucky Duck Games. Now this is a tower defense game. It pretty much mimics the app if you've played it, and so it's a great kind of a strategic style game. And so we're going to do the overview and we'll do a review. So this is scenario one. Man and I both played it. We lost. We did play the previous scenario before that, the preview pretty much. And so I'm just going to cover how the mechanics work and everything. So this is the setup. You have your 3 hordes here. You have your different hordes that you'll be pretty much getting, and not this turn sequence, but the next round. And so you'll go 1 and then 2. You have your magic blossoms that are placed here. You have your certain landscapes that you'll be placing. And this is where you put your towers and everything. You have your towers that you'll be able to buy, your mods. You have your tableau area. You have your crystals and coins that you'll be able to use. Your health meters, and then the health meter for if you get defeated. You have your basic attacks. You don't get your special abilities in the first scenario. And then you have your resources and your help cards. Now, the spawn of new hordes doesn't occur till after the first round. So the way the game is played, you'll be attacking hordes, and you'll have to defeat them before they get to not here, but here. And for each horde that is still alive, like let's just say you go here, and you notice that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is actual 4. So 7 plus 4, you get 11. You'll be able to deal 11 damage, so you would lose. So you want to cover those up before they get here. You have your towers here that you'll be able to buy throughout the game. And so at the first, for each scenario, you get a certain amount of cards, crystals, and coins. Remember, the crystals are going to you'll be able to buy towers. The coins, you'll be able to buy mods, upgrade for mods. And so the first scenario, you get 1 mage, level 1 mage, barracks, archer. So this is for a 2-player game. And so the way you could buy coins is you get 2 crystal for level 1, and then for a level 2, it costs 3 crystals. The mods cost 2 coins. And the way you get coins throughout the game is when you defeat each one of these hordes, you flip the cards and it'll show like this. And so you'll get either a crystal or a coin. And so you'll be able to buy more towers or mods. The mods you're able to place them. They're able to place in the mage, the archer, and the dwarven, like the bombard, artillery, and so you can't place them in the militia, footmen, and knights. And you notice that there's a book. If it has a book with a little red line, that means you can't put the mods. The mage towers, pretty much you're able to put more than 1 mod. And then the way you look at these, when you place these towers, the area where you place them, if you place it here, you'll be able to attack here, here. And if there's one there, you'll be able to attack there. You'll be grabbing one of these ones, and then you place which one you want it on. Although I don't think that was it. No, that's a different one. It's one of these. Now you could flip these towers to wherever way you want, but remember you have to place them in these areas where you put the transparent, and those are predetermined for each scenario. Now you notice that this one has a perfect range. What that pretty much allows you to do is hit any horde you want in the map. But you're selecting that for one shot as opposed to two. That's the only difference. The militia, or the ones that has the soldiers, you're able to put soldier, and then you're able to put. Now the soldier has to go in the horde that you're pointing the direction to, and then you're able to put a spear damage tile on an adjacent horde. The mage is pretty much, you just look for the tile type. And so that's how pretty much, and to the left, it indicates what type of tower it is, and then to the right, it indicates the level. Now, for your characters, for the first scenario, like this is right here, means that this character, you'll be able to use the yellow areas. And this one, you'll be able to use the purple areas. Now, the character is able to move 3 steps. Now, you can move past hordes and stuff like that. So you can place like right here. But at the end of the round, it will take damage. So you have to be careful where you place them. Once it gets knocked out, then pretty much you have to wait for it to rest and reset. Then let's see what else. Oh, the magic blossoms. Once you land on that, you're able to put 2 of these little magic blossoms on any of the hordes you want, which is very helpful. So the way the round goes is you play, and this is just the first round. Remember, the second round is when it spawns. So round is you play tower and hero cards. So you'll be placing the towers on the locations that you're allowed to. These are not, but you could place your heroes on those. And then destroy horde trays. So you're able to destroy horde trays, like if you've pretty much marked all of them. So all these where you won't be able to see them, or all these. And then advanced horde trays. So these advance. Now there are some that advance more than just 1 step, but for now I'm just showing this. Then you pick up tower and hero cards. So if you have once you have, you'll have all your towers placed, and your hero, you'll be placing back. Then this is where you could buy towers. And you remember, like I said, you could buy it for the first one. Level 1 is 2 crystals, and then level 2 is 3 crystals. The way to get level 3 is to upgrade at level 2. There is no level 4 in scenario 1. All right, then it would go to the next round. And the next round is where you do the spawn. And so you would do the first one, and then the second one. Okay, this, where it shows that icon, which, let me show the icon. I believe is, let's see, it's right here. The icon, that means it has to have a perfect or a true damage. The other way you can do true damage is by your character, like your character damage basic attacks, your character, or if you put a mod on one of your towers that allows it to do true damage. These pretty much make it for each one, it moves except 1 step. So this one would move 1, 2, 3, 4. It would move 4 steps. Now, if there is no area to move, it moves straight through. And so what you want to do is defeat this. You want to block these off and make it where it doesn't move as fast or at all. Now, if you do have a character or soldier or one of these on any of the hordes, it pretty much doesn't move. It will damage it, and so these will be eliminated in the game or then the round. And of course, this would take a damage and it would be removed. And so what you want to do is at times place them on the hordes so they don't move. And I believe that's everything. So that's pretty much how you play the game. Now, there is a glossary that has a lot of information and it's helped throughout the game. It's a very simplistic game. It doesn't take that long, probably like 30, 40 minutes per scenario. I think the sub time is probably the long, it's like 7 to 10 minutes, tear down 7 to 10 minutes. So you're looking at over an hour just because of the setup and tear down, and you have to follow the scenario, how to place everything. So I'm going to go over the review after I just explained how to play the game. So for the components, I'm very impressed with the components. Great components, and this is the retail version. So it has like the miniatures. It has the player boards that are nice and thick. Font's easy to read. I like the illustrations. It also has insert inside the box where to place everything, even the miniatures. And then it also has these plastic pieces where you put the hordes on. You have the transparent, cool little landmarks and everything. And so great component quality, high praise on that, very impressed. So replayability. Replayability is high to a certain extent. Once you beat the game, you're pretty much done. I don't think you're going to go back to it. But it does have a lot of scenarios, and there are a lot of expansions. And the scenarios are quite difficult sometimes to beat. And so you're going to probably play several times before you beat it. So you're looking probably at 20 to 30 gameplays. And then once you expand with the expansions, you have a lot more games and different ways to play it. And you also can play with different characters. So that will also introduce you to new scenarios and different mechanics. So high replayability until you pretty much beat it. So, but I mean, that's pretty much in any game. So mechanics, I really like the mechanics. It's very simplistic mechanics. So you're just moving, you're putting the towers, they do the damage, it's everything explained, and you could even just see it through the cards. It shows what it does. The player abilities, I'll talk about what they do in the individual player boards. And then you also have player aids that assist, and a glossary if you want to go more in depth and just haven't remember anything. So the mechanics are pretty simple. I would say that you kind of are blocked at times, depending on the hordes that come out. I think the true damaged ones are kind of hard to defeat at certain times, and then also the ones that move at more than one speed. Those are the ones that we found were just a little bit hard to get to, and because we were trying to get the ones in the front the most at first, and then neglected some of those, and I think we neglected them to a certain extent, and then it just caught up to us pretty quickly. So mechanics are challenging, but still simplistic, and there's a lot of options and movements you could do. But it is kind of luck-based also too on what cards you do get presented with. So good mechanics. So overall total, I'm giving this like an 8 out of 10. I think it's a great game. I think that people that enjoy tower defense or kind of like a solo game, this was a phenomenal solo game. I think this is probably going to be on the top of the list of a lot of people's solo games. Also, people that like dungeon crawlers, because it does have a kind of like a little bit of a feel of that. It's not strategic. It is kind of solitary because there is not that much player interaction as far as you be able to, because it's kind of cooperative, and so you're not attacking each other. You're not mitigating damages to each other. So I don't think there's that much player interaction. It is kind of like a solitaire game. And even when we played as a 2-player scenario 1, it did feel like someone was pretty much the leader and was trying to figure out what to do more than the other. And so you will have a leader person that if you have more than one person playing. And so because it does feel more of a solitaire game and also a lack of player interaction. So, but it is a great game for if you want to play 2 players. I'm going to go beyond that because I don't think it warrants that, because I think there always will be a leader that pretty much will have a plan and people will try to follow. Also, it's more of a solo game as well. So, great game. 8 out of 10. If you like this video, please subscribe. Social media is down below the description. I will have a link where to buy the game. And we'll see you in the next video.